Hi everyone and welcome back to episode 8 of the Workplace Inappropriate podcast. As you can see, we're not in our normal setup today. We have sort of a mid-year special coming at you, just to say thank you for all the support we've been getting. In the last 90 days, we've reached over 10,000 accounts on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So we're really happy with all the engagement we've been getting with you guys and just wanted to sort of have a fun little episode. This one, we're just going to be looking at the highlights of each episode and just sort of nuggets of advice and funny moments for you guys. So we hope you enjoy.
You're listening to Workplace Inappropriate, where HR professionals and their guests discuss real workplace scenarios to answer the question, what is workplace inappropriate? Co-host and HR professionals Kieran Lowry, Kate Owen, and Zoe Grahl of WorkforcePositive.com won't bore you with employment law or get righteous about workplace conduct. Instead, they're going to answer real questions, like should I dance on the table at the Christmas party? Or can I tell someone their clothes are workplace inappropriate? Kieran, Kate, Zoe, and their guests are lifting the lid on some HR juice and losing the HR fun police tag. With their A-plus HR advice, you can have fun and still keep your job. Now, here are your hosts, Kieran, Kate, and Zoe.
Episode 1, Dance on the Tables.
I would say, focus on just having a really fun time.
Yeah.
Make the most of whatever the event is.
Yeah.
Get boots and all into it and have fun.
But not too. Don't dance on the tables.
Oh, dancing on the tables is okay.
Oh, Kieran had some.
Well, yeah, let's talk about a work cover claim here. Let's just check that it's a sturdy table. Maybe something low, like a nice low coffee table.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about something that.
Episode 2, The Rose Story.
I had these flowers and it said it was from an admirer, and I was really young. In the workplace, I was the HR there and I was the only person in the HR team. So it was like a standalone job. And I think I was probably 22 or so. And I called the florist, and the florist had known that the person wanted to be anonymous, but had told me anyway because they thought they were helping Cupid along or something.
Yeah.
And so I called the number that the florist had given me of the person who had ordered the flowers, and then they came to my office because they'd missed my phone call from my work line.
Oh.
And I didn't know why they were there. They were just another work colleague popping by my HR office. So that in itself was just oh, hey, how you going? What's happening today? And then he's like, oh, you called me.
No.
And then I was like, oh, wow. So this is from you. And he was like, yeah. He's like, did you want to hang out sometime? And I was like, oh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And that was it.
God.
Right. So he didn't harass me.
No.
I did feel uncomfortable. I was wondering where they came from. I was a bit caught unawares. But we could have had the same interaction with him actually just talking to me without me having to wonder where it was from, call the florist, have this random phone number, have this person walk up saying, you called me.
It's very stressful.
It is a lot of unknowns. And the person's doing it because they're stressed too.
Yeah.
They want a low impact interaction or a low embarrassment potential interaction, but they want to do something nice.
Yeah. But then it's just making it more embarrassing for you on the recipient end.
Maybe, yeah.
I find with
or I could have just got the flowers, never called the florist and never known.
Yeah.
And God, imagine. I feel like with initial interactions, people think that you need big romantic gestures, but I think definitely for the first time you're approaching someone, you should rule that in because, you can do that when you're dating. I'm not saying people don't, you're romantic. People appreciate flowers and stuff, I love it.
Episode 3, Dealing with the Lunch Thief.
How annoying would that be? You made this beautiful wrap and you put so much effort into making it large, and then some guy named Dave just comes and takes your lunch.
Dave from accounting.
Yeah. If someone stole my ham and salad wrap, I would murder, probably.
Well, would you recall?
I would.
Would you make a really nice looking wrap and then just lace it with
I would literally, I would set up a laxative, that's painful.
wasabi? Mixed in with avocado.
Oh, God. I think I would, set up a camera. I like the idea of wasabi. Yeah. But you could make, pistachio ice cream. You know, from Cars, how Meta's like, do not eat the pistachio ice cream. It's wasabi.
But he eats like heaps of it.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Mater.
Oh God. Okay, we're going off topic.
It is annoying though.
Yeah,
like,
it is
can
really
you fight
annoying.
back against annoying people?
And then you can, but then like to solve it, you like write your name on it. And then people still steal it.
Yeah, no.
They
And
do it
then
because of theirs.
And then it becomes war.
Yeah, it's wasabi.
That's when it's wasabi.
Yeah, that's when it's wasabi and laxatives.
That's when you start to not like people at work, and that's our next episode.
Episode 4. Why don't you like me?
But what if you feel like you're the person that people don't like? Because that's hard too.
Is there a reason?
Do you have any advice for that person?
Have you asked why people don't like you?
No, I would
Imagine
say,
going up and being like, why don't you guys like me? I feel like that
So if you say it like that,
That's so
because you're whinging
sad.
and whining.
I don't think you get an honest answer.
No, you wouldn't, because I wouldn't be honest with someone. I would feel too guilty.
Yeah,
I'd be
like,
too worried about HR.
oh, did you want to come to our sushi date?
Oh, you can come.
Yeah, you can come. Please don't ask me a direct question about my
Yeah.
emotions.
Oh, that would be hard, because like if someone's just like not aware of why people are like excluding them, then like how do you deal with that as the person being excluded? Some people are just mean as well. Some people have no reason to just not invite you. So how would you deal with that?
You've got to find your people.
Disliking people because they're being rude, you know, and excluding you.
I'd have a better time.
Have a better
I'd go
time
to a
than them.
better sushi place.
True,
Ooh.
true. You start to get the one other person people don't like, and you guys can team up and become
Yeah.
Oh, no one in the office likes that person, so I'll go. No one likes me. No one likes
Yeah.
them, so I'll go and find out. Maybe we can be friends.
That's a good idea, honestly.
Episode 5. The group shares jokes.
So should I start with the first joke?
What's your joke, Karen?
Here's one I prepared earlier. So, why did the bullet end up losing his job?
No idea.
Because he got fired.
That's so lame. See, workplace appropriate jokes are crap. Who's going to laugh at that?
What about the next one?
Okay.
So, have you heard the rumour going around about butter?
No.
No? Never mind. I shouldn't spread it.
Yeah,
You're laughing?
because it's so bad. I don't want you to feel bad. I'll laugh with you in sympathy.
It's a sympathy laugh.
Sympathy.
I've got a blonde joke now. These are not jokes you should be saying at work anywhere, really, but let's do it. All right, this one's for Joe. So in my hand, I've got a blonde, I've got a redhead, and I've got a brunette. I want you to pick up the blonde. Pick her up. I want you to put her on your face. Does that feel like the first time you ever had sex?
No.
Right, put her back. I want you to pick up the redhead. Put it to your face. Does that feel like the first time you had sex?
No.
All right, now pick up the brunette. Put it to your face. Does that feel like the first time?
No.
All right, I want you to pick them all up and give them a shake. Does that feel like the first time you had sex?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Episode 6. Don't get butthurt.
Comes down to the point of the boundaries that we set. So that could include, boundaries like to do with emailing, stuff like that, or it can include having boundaries with your coworkers as well. So like sometimes you don't want to be talking to your coworkers outside of work, which is perfectly normal and perfectly fine. They don't have to be your lifelong friends, and you don't have to get butthurt when they don't want to be your lifelong friend.
Interesting term, butthurt. I can't say I've ever used it.
It's become a new term I like.
Is that like upset?
Yeah,
Yeah, butthurt.
you're butthurt.
Where did that even come from?
I don't know.
Like,
It's because
I feel like it just has grown.
It has
and now it's
grown.
used casually. It's weird.
It's like pop culture term now,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but so like I know in some cases like people get a little bit iffy, butthurt when someone that like there's I'm having a barbecue on the weekend. Like, do you want to come?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, I'm fine. Like those people get butthurt because that person doesn't want to come, but they just need to respect their boundaries.
Yeah.
Like that person doesn't want work, outside of work, which is completely fine, and you need to be able to accept that as well.
Episode 7. Crossing the compliment line.
So I think we can agree. So the brush off, so if you're giving a workplace compliment that is about appearance because you are interested in someone, then things to look for are the brush off. So if someone's nice but brief, doesn't try to maintain any further conversation with you, doesn't return the compliment, probably not interested, but they're just being nice because they're at work.
Correct.
Okay. So let's say you get a good reaction. Are there any kind of compliments that you wouldn't give at work?
Well, I don't know what a good reaction is, but compliments you wouldn't give at work. Ones that I think are crossing the line of could be friendly, but also a bit playful. Like if you were to say something that was more sexual in nature, your tits look great, or I can't wait till those legs are wrapped around my head. Comments like that are going to get you into trouble, and you don't need to say them at work. Wait till you're at home messaging on Tinder. That's fine.
Okay. So what about you've got pretty eyes?
Well, so I don't know. For me, that line's been used so many times to try and pick women up in a bar. That would be the same.
I don't think that's workplace okay.
No, that's what I mean. I don't think it's workplace appropriate.
Yeah.
I think even if you're gonna try and compliment someone to pick them up, I think don't do it at work. If you want to compliment someone and say that they have pretty eyes, I feel like compliments can be very difficult because I feel like the line of compliments is if someone is changed, something has changed about that person since the last time you've seen, I think that's okay for a compliment. Whereas if they're just the same every day and you see them the same every day, I feel like that doesn't need to be a compliment. Do you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
So if I like changing hair, that's an easy one, changed hair. Oh, I really like your hair, even though Joe's not going to notice I changed my hair.
I don't even know what bangs are. What are bangs, by the way?
Fringe.
Fringe, yeah. See, I wouldn't notice that. And I certainly wouldn't comment on it either because, maybe you didn't mean to do it. Maybe you don't like it. I don't know.
But
Thanks for joining us and listening to the Workplace Inappropriate podcast. As a business owner, I'm very grateful for the other businesses that we work with to make this possible. Our suppliers do an impeccable job and we're so grateful for Premier Sound and Lighting. Justin Myers, thank you for making us sound so good. Dave, in Ireland, we had to go all the way to Ireland to find the best production guy there is, but you make us look good and you keep it classy with your editorial. Thank you very much. To Anthony, our voiceover guy, you're the best voiceover guy there is. Thank you. Jess Ritchie from Transformational Brand Lab, thank you for our branding and imagery. It's just beautiful. Thank you for listening and we'll see you next month.
Thanks for listening to Workplace Inappropriate from WorkplacePositive.com. Workforce Positive offers a fresh approach to bullying and harassment prevention training. Our training goes beyond the legislative definitions. We apply learning to real examples so that your team are equipped to make the best possible decisions on their conduct. With the Workplace Inappropriate Training Program, employers have access to monthly live training to induct new team members every 30 days, ensuring that you're always current with your legal obligations to actively prevent bullying and harassment at work. We have your policy, process, conduct charter, and training covered, all in one place. Contact WorkforcePositive.com at www.workforcepositive.com to learn more.
if I like changing hair, that's an easy one, changed hair. Oh, I really like your hair, even though Joe's not going to notice I changed my hair.
I don't even know what bangs are. What are bangs, by the way?
Fringe.
Fringe, yeah. See, I wouldn't notice that. And I certainly wouldn't comment on it either because, maybe you didn't mean to do it. Maybe you don't like it. I don't know.
But